Three guys who combined to play 15 seasons in the National Football League trenches. Well, two guys. And Mackey, who didn't do shit. This is the O-Line Committee.
You sons of... What's going on, gentlemen?
Morning, afternoon. I don't even know what time it is, but it's fantastic. It's
It
Thursday.
is. What is it?
We've made
barely
it to
afternoon
Thursday,
here.
which means
Yeah.
there's an NFL football game tonight. So we've made it
right.
through the doldrums of the middle of the week.
Well, are you really going to call that a game tonight, or is it going to be the Bills just beating the piss out of the Dolphins? I mean, you tell me. I mean, after Tua was like, I'm half the man that Josh Allen was, I'm sure the owner was like, great. That is just what I wanted to hear.
We make
Right?
the same amount of money, but that
Listen,
guy does so many more things than I do.
I know it's
Great.
not
That
that
was a
type of
bad
day, but you
look.
brought it out of me. Like, that's my mic for the day. Somebody just shooting their mouth off and totally being like, I am not as good as the quarterback we're playing, so everyone get ready. I'm just going to let you know now. This is not going to go the way you think it is if you're a Dolphins fan. Like, what a terrible start to the week we had.
What more? Josh Allen has owned the Dolphins.
But you don't have to physically say it.
Since he stepped foot in the league, like Josh has squished the fish. Right, like he has squished the fish all day,
Fish?
every
Is
time.
that what you do
Squishing a
in your spare time too?
No, that's
Jay?
literally what they used to say in Buffalo. Be like, squish the fish, man. Like, because they got their little fins up thing or whatever it was. So it was squish the fish. So
Fins
Josh has squished the fish his entire career.
We'll see if the squishing of the fish continues tonight on Thursday.
I mean,
Night
the
Football.
spread's
will.
got to be like double digits. Almost,
I was going to say
right?
13 probably.
No,
10?
I'm going to guess it's like 9 or 10.
Two guys who stay far away from spreads. Can they guess the spreads?
Can
here?
we
Hold on.
guess the spread? I'm going to guess 8.5.
I'm going to say 10.5.
I'm gonna say I have not looked yet.
I was going to say as he looks it up.
Yeah, right?
I'm gonna say 6.5. Thursday night game a little tighter.
Okay.
11.5.
Told you,
Dude,
bro.
that's huge.
The-
For an
do you know-
NFL game,
do you
an
realize
NFL
how
a double-digit NFL game spread?
They
is-
think that
for a
lowly of the
division
Dolphins.
game?
Can you blame them, though? What is all the nonsense coming out? They've already had a players-led meeting. It's the first week of the
week
season.
3.
What have you... No, this was after week 1 they had a players-only meeting. That's why I'm saying, like, do you think that, like, Vegas is looking at this like, boy, they're really going to turn it on now. They're like, God, it's 2 weeks until the head coach is fired, 3 weeks till the intern's fired. God, we're really...
Dude.
This is going to be rough.
Players-led meetings in September is not where you want to be.
No.
Not where you want.
Dude, player-led
Player-led
meetings in December are not where you want to be, let alone
Not-
September.
Not even halfway through September when they had the players' meetings. Bad. We're going to get to some dumb football questions here to start this Thursday O-Line Committee show, and then we'll make our picks for the week. If you haven't already, click that like button and the subscribe button. If you enjoy the film breakdowns, Lions fans enjoying the film breakdown this week especially, also click that like button and the subscribe button. Help us get to 40,000 subs. That's our next milestone here on the O-Line Committee YouTube channel.
Let's go.
And before we do anything else here, before we get to dumb football questions, a shout out to our friends at Menards and FVP Auto Parts. O-Line Committee excited to partner with FVP Auto Parts and Menards this football season. So whether you're trying to keep your car, truck, SUV, etc. running longer or better, stay tuned from FVP. Multi-system additive safely and effectively cleans internal fuel and oil system components, helping your gasoline or diesel engine run cleaner and more efficiently. So FVP Stay Tuned will clean carburetors and fuel injectors and remove carbon, gum, and varnish deposits. FVP Stay Tuned. So head to Menards, stock up on Stay Tuned from FVP because performance matters on the road and on the gridiron. That's right.
Well done. Well done, Mac.
Done, Macadac.
Jeremiah is excited for a new partner that we have jumping on next month.
Can't wait.
Insta reply like yes.
Oh yes, in 100%.
To be fair, I was super excited about one, but mine got vetoed, okay? And that is some bullshit.
It's a safety concern. Okay, it's a
What are
public
you
and a
worried about?
personal- You dying. You dying. That is my largest concern is that you're going to end up with like, I'm going to get a call from Dana like, well, you were right. He died. Right? Like, yeah, that's my biggest concern.
You were right.
You were right there.
She's
He
just so
did
casual
die.
about it. She would die.
Yeah.
Okay, first dumb football question, and these are from the YouTube comment section. You can also email, or you can email me, pmackey@scorenorth.com. So, dumb football question from Megan Deal. And she says, can you comment, one of the 6% of women listeners to the
Thank you,
O-Line
Megan.
Committee? Shout out.
Love it.
Can
Hey,
you
my
comment?
sister-in-law is another one of those 6%. Val, she's a
go.
loyal listener. Hits me up all the time. She comments on the show, so shout out Val.
If you're
Welcome
one
to
of the
family,
6%,
Dr.
shout it out in the
Sirles.
comment section. So can you comment on the brotherly shove or the tush push
Oh, yeah.
with regard to whether either side is getting away with uncalled penalties? Sounds like the Eagles get away with some calls when they're offsides. It looks like they're offsides on some of these tush pushes. But then the Chiefs the Chiefs were jumping early on some of them. So what are your thoughts on just the state of the tush push in the NFL right now?
Here's the problem. They publicized and they made this play so big that now it's completely under a microscope. Because I promise you go back 5-6 years, the same issues were on every QB sneak. Right? Every single QB sneak had the crowd the line of scrimmage, don't give up a neutral zone, right? You leave on the of set hut. Right? It's wide 80, set hut, and as an offensive lineman, you hear you're gone. And when you're already crowded in the line of scrimmage and everyone, and then you can slow it down to milliseconds, right?
Yeah.
Like it's always
NBC it with
yeah,
like the
It's
it's
crazy
always
how slow they
it's
check.
always going to look off sides. But I think that with it becoming as big of a deal publicly, nationally, across the league, they're going to start slowly taking it away. I think that, you got through the offseason. Hey, we made it legal. No one's getting hurt, right? But all that's happening now is more and more ammunition to take that play away. And I don't really agree with it, but at the same time, you have to be able to stop that play. But it is getting a little bit, hey, that ball's late snap, that guy's early, this dude's early, and all that's going to take is for the rules committee to go, it's not a fair play anymore. Right. And the rules committee will look and go, not a fair play. One side has the advantage, the other side has the advantage, or it's just going to be offsides every time. They're going to make it what do they always say in the preseason, Boone? This is a call that we're going to really it's like emphasize. It's a point of emphasis,
Point
right?
of emphasis.
The offsides on the tush push is going to become a point of emphasis this year. So if there's any micro movement beforehand, boop, flag, and now 3rd and 1 turns into 3rd and 5, that will get it taken out quicker than anything. But it is under a complete microscope right now, and it's only going to get worse as the year goes on.
I love it. It's such
Do
a
you
stupid
get
play.
as
It's
offensive linemen
so stupid.
at your core, do you think it should go away or no?
No.
No, absolutely
no.
not. You listen, if you can't stop it, that's your fault. But then you turn around and you look at what happened here in Minnesota on that first 4th and inches. They couldn't.
It's not. That's why it's
right?
not created.
But that's
equal.
why it's
the
like,
tush
dude,
push is
you
not
can't
created
really
equal.
ban it.
Don't
like
get me
at the
started.
same time, defenses stop it. Right? If you can't stop it, that's your own fault. But I agree, they were definitely offsides. The guards were definitely fine, but it's because of exactly what Jay said. As soon as you hear this, you're gone. And the center, if he's even a fraction late, and you start to slow that play down, dude, it's like what we talked about when they started reviewing pass interferences. Remember, everyone's like, the minute you slow this game down, it's not football anymore. It's a different game. And the minute you're like, hey, let's watch every little section of this play, you're like, let's not, okay? They jumped off sides. You didn't see it. It happened like that fast. Nobody saw it. Like, just move on. But at the same time, it is such a dumb play to have so many people talking about it. It's like, seriously, some guy's pushing another guy's ass, and this is the play that we're talking about. Like, we're all just wedging in there, and this has become a huge point of emphasis in the NFL. What the hell are we talking about?
Because you could argue that it's one of the driving forces for why the Eagles won the Super Bowl.
100%.
Do you
Well,
think that
stop them.
if that
Yes.
play was illegal last year, do the Eagles still win the Super Bowl?
Hard to say.
I don't know.
I mean, they still had
He
Saquon.
jumped
They still
over a
had
guy.
Jalen Hurts. Like,
I mean,
did
come
jump
on,
over
dude.
backwards.
What do you
He
want me to
jumped
say?
over.
He makes it
and
look
that's
easy.
my biggest reason for not making it illegal is because if this was a universal where 32 out of
Offenses are
32
always
teams,
killing it.
Yeah, 32 out of 32
Then
teams
you ban
can
it.
line up in this formation and it's 100% conversion rate. Okay, yeah, we need to take a look at this.
Yeah.
It's not. Other teams cannot replicate the way that the Philadelphia Eagles do it. And so that, for me, is the biggest reason why it hasn't been banned. Because it's a very specific towards one team that is very good and very capable. And I'd reckon to say the other 31 teams are terrible at it.
They do suck.
I've watched all the other 31 teams fail at it time and time and time again because either the quarterback tries to go up and over and gets smushed, there's a fumble on the exchange, right? It's not created equal. And so if you don't like it, stop the Eagles. I'm sorry. That's what has to come down to it. I don't think it should be banned.
I just want to hear Jay use the word reckon more.
I reckon.
I reckon.
I've been watching a lot of Landman lately, so that Texas, that West Texas accent sneaking into my vernacular.
Oh man. Yeah, also, like, it depends on who the pusher is. You know, you like one of you guys just mentioned the Vikings had a failed one on fourth down.
Failed.
They tried one last year where of all the guys, all right, we're gonna run a tush push. We've got tight ends. We got CJ Ham could be pushing, and they summoned Brandon Powell, their fourth receiver punt returner, who's like
60 pounds soaking wet.
Yeah.
Well, the Giants a few years ago did it with 2 extra linemen. Like
just behind.
Behind they reported and they were behind and they were pushing. That's what I mean. People are trying to figure out how to be as effective with it as they can as the Eagles, and you can't. So if one team's really good, that's like saying when Kansas City was beating the brakes off everyone, like, hey, you can't throw deep to Tyreek Hill because we can't stop it. Like we can't stop the go route with Tyreek Hill, so you should probably just take that out of the game.
Yeah,
it's the exact same thing. That's how silly. If you really break it down to it, it's one team being effective, and we can't stop it. So
let's take it out of the playbook.
No,
not
how it
that's
works.
literally some youth shit. Like, this is not fair, guys. This formation should not be allowed, okay? Because I don't understand it. That's basically what those dads are saying in those leagues. I don't understand this. It's terrible.
My flag football team's 4-0, and I'm going out of town next week for the elk hunt. And if my assistant coach blows my perfect record, I'm going to be furious.
Wow. Well, I mean, you could argue that what kind of a high-level flag football coach just leaves during the middle of the season?
The team in the middle of the season.
Elk hunting, 6-year-old flag football. Sorry. It's just
priorities, bro.
Truth.
Priorities.
You're going to come back to some carnage. You're going to lose a couple games. It's going to be bad.
Oh, dude, I've been getting after these boys, too. The other day, I told them, like, you talk in the huddle again, you're out. Because they're just all in the huddle, like, I want the ball. And I can't hear myself think straight.
Hey.
And so I literally looked at all of them before the game, and I was like, look at me. You come on the field without a mouthpiece or a flag, you're out of the game. You come in the huddle, you talk while I'm talking, you're out of the game. Everyone understand? Yes, coach. It's like, good. Now we're all on the same page. And then we boat race the team by 8 touchdowns. Like, that's just how it works.
We just started our flag football
job, kid.
on Sunday.
1/5, man. 1/5.
Hey, the new team, they don't understand when they're like, Coach, can I get the ball next year? Like,
shut up.
Don't do that. Don't do it. Even Bear looked at him like, don't do that.
Yeah.
My dad doesn't like that.
Quickest way for you to not get the ball, ask me to get the ball.
Ask me for the ball. You may be 6. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, AJ. Let's go to this one. Actually, a few different people have asked a variation of the controversy about minority owner Tom Brady. So he's a part owner of the Raiders.
Oh, this is a good one.
He's broadcasting all these games for Fox. He's in and around other teams throughout the weeks. They put a couple little limits on what he can and can't be involved with the production meetings. But this last week on Monday night, he was sitting in the coach's booth with Raiders
the headset
coaches.
on.
So do you guys, dumb football question, just cobbling together a few from our audience, is Tom Brady being shady and or should the league clamp down on this conflict of interest?
Listen, I don't think he's purposely being shady. I think it's just who he is, right? Like, he has this great job.
He is shady?
Well, no, like he's this great announcer, right? And everyone loves him, and he's America's baby. And all of a sudden, it's like
great announcers.
I just said it. He's America's baby.
I didn't say Greg Olson was a minority owner for the Raiders.
Believe me, I love Greg so much more too. But listen, Tom is whatever. Okay, people love him. They're like, it's Tom. You got to be nice to him. The minute that he was sitting in that room with the coach's headset on, it was like, okay, we're officially crossing lines. And I can promise you that there are teams that are looking on their schedule like, hey, is this dude coming into our room? Do we have a production meeting with this guy? Like, there's got to be some limits that he cannot sit in it. He is physically has a headset on. Who knows what he saw as he walked in? And Jay, you can be the one to tell him. Everything's written on the whiteboards. Everything, right? It would not.
Hold on. I think they put parameters on. I don't think he can be in some of those rooms.
But dude, he can't be.
But for 2 hours before the game, he's walking around talking to players and stuff, presumably. So he's gathering intel.
Well, here's my other thing.
There's still ways to find.
Who's going to tell Tom Brady no? Like, who's going to walk him and be like, hey, that's it. That is the only person that can do it. No one else is going to be like, hey, Tom, cool it, man. Cool it. And he's going to go clink, 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 clink. Cool what? Right? Like, cool
more than
what?
Your whole
As I hold my Super Bowl rings on my hand here, right? No one's going to tell him no. But even on the broadcast, they were talking about how Chip Kelly, like, runs things by Tom Brady. Right? And if I'm in the coach's room and I'm Tom Brady, you don't think he has a little button that he can be like, hey, Chip, that safety's sitting flat-footed. You should do this. Oh, thank you, Mr. Tom. Right? Like, he still sees the game the way that we see the game, but on a
Hey,
way
they're
higher
checking
level
it
than
too.
both Booney and
They're
I
checking
could
it too.
ever see.
Kill it.
Those
kill it.
commercials, if the safety walks up, rip the seam. I don't know
Oh,
if you've
dude.
seen it.
You know how many times he's probably like, hey, safety's dropping. Kill. And dude, you know how easy that would be for him? He's just sitting
From the
there.
booth?
Like, you just press a button and go,
Dude,
kill
he
it.
saw it. He
Boom.
saw it from standing on the field back there. Now he's got a bird's
you're giving
eye
him
view.
a bird's eye view of what he's
Now,
looking
granted,
up.
it didn't really help him last week.
Well, maybe
but
he was
it is
trying
one of
to
those
help him.
things. It is one of those things that I think it will eventually come back to a head where he's going to have to pick one or the other. And maybe they have to buy him out of his Fox, or he has to
What do
buy
you think?
himself
Which one
out.
do you think he should pick?
Minority
Ownership. Absolutely.
Always ownership.
Are you crazy?
Always in front.
What?
The dude doesn't need
he
I
is-
don't want to be an
he's
owner in the
making
NFL.
$350 million.
He'll
on
make
a
so
10-year
much more
broadcast
owning
deal.
10% of the Raiders, dude. You
Yeah.
350. That's
Because
it.
if you think he's going to stop at 10%, you're crazy.
you
he's
realize
just going
that
to
the
keep. He's
Raiders
just going to
made-
keep chunking
hey,
buying every time
the-
there's an
the-
and then all of a sudden Tom Brady's a 40% ownership.
Not
of
only
the
that, but
Raiders.
the Raiders made $350 million last year alone. They're looking at that like, Tom, listen, calm down. We're going to give you half of this soon. Shh. Just keep telling Gino what to do when no one's looking. Like, but that was the problem. Was like, if you're going to do it, I feel like you have to be a little bit more incognito, right? Like if you're going to
Agreed.
be the guy with the headset, you can't literally be sitting 3 people away from Chip Kelly, like trying to hide yourself in the corner with the only guy wearing a suit in a room full of guys with polos. It was like, dude, why not go somewhere else and sit and be like, hey, if I'm going to do this, do it. Because now you do have everyone looking at it going, what does he know and what information is he
what's
gathering?
next is he's gonna take from the earsays and just have the earpiece in on the sideline. Right, like he's
but
next,
there's no if you own a team, I mean that's a good point.
what's
There's
next?
Nothing stopping
Irsay's
it.
daughter
what's
is on
next?
the-
What's next from him being on the sideline with an earpiece as a owner that talks to the quarterbacks in between drives?
But is
Nothing.
that? Do you think like if he wasn't a broadcaster? Of course, you're going to use
be
your
awesome.
if your owner is the greatest quarterback of all time, like you're going to tap into him as a resource. Are you saying that like because he's not part of the coaching staff legally that there should be a line on what he's allowed to do even with the Raiders?
No, there is no,
No,
line
there
because
is
you
no
are
line.
owner. You own
do
it,
whatever you
right?
want. You own
That's
the
like-
team. Those
that's
are
like
my
me-
pads. Those are
Yeah,
my
that's
helmets.
100%.
I
That's
own
like-
this. This
this is like-
stadium, I own it.
It's like owning your house and the homeowner association telling you what you can do inside the house.
Yeah.
Right, like, hey, you can't put that TV on that wall. That's not. If you own it, you have full walk around. It's yours. No one will be able to say anything. It's the broadcasting that will be the thing that has to go away.
And he'll drop it. He will.
And he'll
Watch.
drop it too because I think he wants to do football from every level. I played it. Right, I could coach it if I wanted to. Now I'm going to own it, and I'm going to be able to walk around and build this place. And before we're all dead and in the ground, Tom Brady will own the Raiders.
For sure.
He's also super competitive, and if you have to pick one or the other to like scratch your competitive itch for the next 20 years,
Being an owner.
broadcasting is like fun and you get to be around
What?
football, but it's not. There's no like. You're not winning
No.
at anything other than just making money and having a
If
good
anything,
time.
you're just getting people that just tell you suck all the
Which
time.
is kind of what's happening for the last 2 years with
Yeah.
him in the broadcast booth.
And so go own a football team, dude. Stay in the booth, stay on the
So
field,
fun. Oh my
get an office at midfield. I don't care. Get out of the booth, go own the
That'd be
football
awesome.
team.
That would be
the blue
awesome.
tent will be his office.
Get out!
Tom
stand-up-
Brady's
stand-up
Raiders,
deck.
dude. John Madden would be like, no way. Could you imagine? 2 of them.
Raphael chimes in, dumb football question for the big boys. So you have a situation this week with the Bengals and the Vikings where Brett Rypien, who spent 2 years in Vikings camp, is on the Bengals, and the Vikings signed Desmond Ritter, who was on the Bengals throughout the entire offseason. So it's a battle of intel. How much and Jay, you told a story a couple years ago about this, but how much
Oh, this is juicy.
how much do ex-players, especially quarterbacks, help their current team prep against their former team?
Sell that team straight down the river.
Not a chance I'm saving
Yep.
you. No,
See ya,
no.
buds. Oh,
This is what this means. This is what this means.
You cut me and told me I wasn't good enough to play on your team. Okay, sounds good. I mean, I did. I told the story when I was with the Chargers, got taken over to the Vikings, got traded. We played the Chargers week 3. They pulled me in. They're like, listen, we were told you were smart. How smart are you? I was like, what do you want to know? I know that entire offense like the back of my hand. Like, all right, 3-step or 5-step drop. Where's he going? I was like, well, they're going to call it this. They're going to go here. They read this guy. If he drops and fails, then they'll go out to the nickel, and went through the whole thing. 5-man, 6-man, 7-man, to the point where Kellen Clemens, the backup quarterback from the Chargers, came out pregame, and he came up and he found me. He said hi. He's like, so, Jay, I mean, how was the week? And I kind of looked at him like,
Yeah.
You know what I did, right? And like you're aware. And he came back, and like we came back through, and then after the game, he found me. He's like, "Yeah, well, we struggled a little bit because we just beat the piss out of Phillip Rivers. I mean, Anthony Barr, Eric Kendricks were playing line games with him. Everson's coming off the edge, and yeah, you sell that other team straight down the river because there is no loyalty in the NFL. They're not loyal to you, and as soon as they're not paying my paychecks, I'm not loyal to them." I'm loyal to the team that is helping me pay for my house, pay for my car, pay for my life. I have no loyalty. So if they want to ask a question about the team I was just at, I'll tell you everything you want to know.
Yeah. It's like Desmond Ridder actually checks 2 boxes because he's a great candidate to sell his soul for the week and give you information. He's also eligible, I think, for Kevin O'Connell's quarterback rehab school, 3rd round pick, 6'3", 215-pound athlete. He's still young enough. What is he, 26 years old? So
He's young.
It's the type of guy that all right, sing like a canary, and then
100%.
maybe you can stay in quarterback rehab school for a few more weeks and
Squeal
go do
like
what
a
Daniel
canary.
Jones did.
Squeal like a pig, bud. Squeal like a pig. He will.
Noah Carrington says, I'm binge watching old O-line committee episodes, and I just watched the episode where Jeremiah showed his effed up finger on his right hand from when he was playing. Is that abomination still broken, or has he gotten it fixed? Jeez.
No, it's still there. Actually, that's the really fun thing. You can go this way with it. I actually was meeting with the client, Jalen Sundell from the Chargers the other day, and I haven't seen him in a couple of years. We've on Zoom, and we were watching tape, and I was like pointing something out, and he's like, "Dude, I think your finger's gotten worse." And I was like, as I kind of looked at it, I was like, "Yeah, you might be right. It does kind of it kind of just bends whichever way it wants to go." So yeah, no, the abomination is still there.
God. By the way, that's what Alex's knee looked like for a long time.
Yeah,
until
so
gross.
yeah,
so
it's
gross.
I don't have. They're like, we can fix it. It's going to take 6-8 weeks. It's like, I don't have 6-8 weeks to not use my right hand. I'm sorry. I just don't. There's no slow pace in life.
So
It's
you'll
like,
probably never get it fixed.
no.
Does it hurt?
No, it doesn't hurt at all. If it ever starts hurting, I'd probably honestly just amputate it at the knuckle before I got it fixed.
Ronnie Lott style?
Yeah, I mean,
cut it off.
Just cut it off. I mean, just right there.
Well, so Teron Armstead showed us the innovative
dude,
strategy
he
of
walks around with taping
taping his fingers together.
Game day, dude wakes up in the morning like like that's next level.
You gotta
His
go make
probably
some
hurts.
breakfast for the family.
Mine doesn't hurt. Like, it's just gross.
Darren M says, dumb football question. I was listening to a recent podcast, O-Line Committee. You guys talked about scripted plays. They seem to work well for most teams. Caleb Williams does well with the scripted plays, and then off script, it's a disaster. I get that they are practiced leading into each game, which would lead to a successful execution. Is there not enough time to practice additional scripted plays for your future possessions in the game? Why don't teams just script out more plays? Script out plays for the second half.
Normally the first 15 are scripted. After 15 plays, it is a crapshoot as to what's about to happen. You don't there's some times where you hit all 15. Like, I'm going to actually be honest with you, that's never happened where you hit all 15 in a row. Normally somewhere between 7 and 8 something goes wrong, right? Or something bad happens and it kind of takes you off course. And then all of a sudden from there you're just in a different type of Rolodex, right? You're into the what personnel are they going to play us versus our personnel, right? So all of a sudden they're like, okay, versus 12 we have a good idea they're going to play base. Versus 11 they're clearly going to play sub. 13 they're playing base. Like, once they figure it out, then they get into it. Okay, this is what we thought was true, and it is true. Let's run with it and go. Because after that, the defense starts to make adjustments. I don't know if anyone heard, but Vic Fangio had a great comment this last week. He was talking about how he was like, people talk about halftime adjustments, and he was like, I'm old, and it takes me a long time to get down there. It takes me a long time to get back. He's like, we have like 3 minutes to talk by the time I get down and have to go back up. He's like, but you're making adjustments the entire game, and that's where it comes in, right? We've shown something. We show 97 power, and they give us the overfront that we thought we were going to get. We run it, boom. They're instantly adjusting now. Hey, we can't run just over to this front or to this personnel and this setup. We have to run something else, and so
Or
next
we'll
time
send a blitz. We're gonna
Right.
We're gonna show the mic up the A gap now, so they get off their double.
takes off the
faster.
deuce, right?
Yeah.
So all of a sudden now the next time we run power, it's different for us. And so now that's where they start to get worried about quarterbacks that don't know what to do. They're making adjustments, and it's like, is the quarterback smart enough on the field to make the adjustment as well? They've made an adjustment. Now, sometimes we're just going to stick to who we are. We're going to run it. We don't care. We're going to do this, whatever it is. But a lot of times it's like, hey, listen, if they're going to stay in this 2, run the play. But if it's cover 1, then we want to do this. And all of a sudden, the young quarterbacks, they don't really see the rotation, and they're like, oh, let it roll. And the O-line are looking around like, dude, this looks like we should be killing it, right? White 10, and you're like, shit. Set, go. Boom, and instantly, and then all of a sudden you're in the 2nd and 12, right? And then here comes another bad play, and then here comes a sack, and now guess what happens on the sideline? Everyone's, well, this happened, and he didn't do this, and they're doing this, and the coaches are like, okay, listen, they're adjusting. We need to adjust. The problem is, if you don't have a smart enough quarterback in the moment to adjust, you're screwed, because the offensive line have only so much power.
Yeah, and also you want to get through those first 15 plays because a lot of it is seeing, okay, when we line up in this formation, are they going to give us the defense that allows us to run this one play that will only work against that formation, right? Hey, we can only run this route concept, or we can only run this run if we get this one specific defense. So we run out in the first 15 and we get that one specific defense. Okay, he puts that in his back pocket and goes, okay, we're going to get back to a trick play or a deep shot or something like that, but we're not going to get back to it till the third quarter because we now know what defense they're going to run against when we run out in that formation and that personnel group, right? So it's not just about scripting the first 15. It's about seeing what the defense does against those first 15 so that we can get to different stuff that we didn't practice during the week, maybe one time, so that, hey, if we get this look, we can run this and it can be a home run play. So the scripting is all about setting up the chess match, right? Because you can guess and chase ghosts during the week, but you don't want to go out early as a defense and show your hand right away. You want to play your base. You want them to show what they want to do for the game, and then that's when the adjustments come in. Yeah, halftime adjustments are kind of a lie.
Peyton Manning even said on a recent Manning cast, like, not once did I ever. No. At halftime, my adjustment was like eating half of a sandwich to stay.
Yeah.
Like, if anything, it was always the D coordinator yelling at the defense about something, like physically yelling at them, like, what are we doing? They're like slapping pictures on the whiteboard, right? And the OC's over there eating. This is how I'm not kidding you. It goes one of two ways. He's either cussing out the O-line for all the sacks. What are we doing up front? Or he's over there like, men, we're going to continue doing what we're doing, right? We love this. We're going to get away from this, but we're going to bring back some of this. And you're like, all right, sweet. Where are the oranges? Seriously, who took the fucking oranges? And we're just not doing oranges anymore, guys?
Yeah, halftime adjustments are so overblown. Like, when people come out in the third quarter, like, oh, look at those adjustments they made at halftime. No, halftime.
I mean, I'll be honest with you though. Like,
it's like 13 minutes long. It takes you 5 minutes to get in there. It takes you 5 minutes to get back out. So you've got like 4 minutes to actually talk.
Like, what's the only time you're walking back there? Wouldn't it be easier just to sit around the sidelines or something?
Dude, just go in the end zone, and huddle up and pass out oranges and Capri Sun.
To go take a piss. I mean, there's some things to do. But the only time that we ever really made halftime adjustments was the playoffs. That's when it was like, okay, this matters, and we need to get this in. Like, we need to know. Like, I remember coming in vividly at times at halftime, and they'd be like, hey, They're double Cali twisting the shit out of us. We need to start getting into more of this protection. You'd be like, that's a good call. We should probably do that more. Or, hey, we're going to get away from this because they keep bringing edge pressure on. And you're like, yeah, we should definitely get away from that. Or, hey, we're going to start getting into the Rolodex of this. And you're like, all right, man, roll it up. But, like, other than that, season stuff, it's really just you're listening to the team coordinator go off on the defense.
Yeah.
Like,
you got to adapt and adjust on the field in between series.
For sure.
If you wait till halftime, you're going to fall into a 20-point hole. Yeah. Like, you have to be able to adapt and adjust in real time, which is so hard for a lot of college coaches or college quarterbacks that are rookies and young, because if you're a first-round quarterback, you probably beat the shit out of everyone in college. Mm-hmm. So there wasn't a whole lot of adjusting going on the sideline, right? Hey, McCarthy, just keep handing it off, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Caleb, just keep throwing it as deep as you can. Trevor Lawrence, keep doing what you're doing. Like, these quarterbacks, there wasn't adjustments in college. It was just keep being better than the other team. Yeah. It doesn't work like that in the NFL.
Just lean on them. Lean on them. Those are your dumb football questions here. Yeah, keep them coming. I feel like we're almost like 2 weeks behind the batches that come in. So we'll keep carving space for these. You guys are asking awesome questions. YouTube comment section. Boys, it's time to make our weekly picks here. Mm-hmm. And yes, Alex, we will go over the records from last week and the updated records
Not
here
happy
in
about
just a
it.
second. But first, my bookie is here for the 2025 football season. And if you're interested in just having a little sweat with your football viewing, MyBookie offers NFL, college ball, super contests, survivor pools, all the spreads, player props, in-game lines that you could want under one roof. And so if you're new to MyBookie, if you'd like to brag amongst your friends, use the code OLINE, and any bet you choose up to $500 is fully covered. MyBookie.ag, code OLINE. You make your play. If it doesn't hit, you get it back when you use the bet back bonus token. So again, code OLINE, MyBookie.ag. Football's back. Let's make some money with MyBookie. Speaking of which, for the Minnesota-based audience here, appreciate you guys. The Minnesota Vikings scratch game from the Minnesota Lottery. This could be your year. It might not be the Purples' year based on the first couple of weeks, but it could be your year or maybe your day. Because every time you play, you have a chance at $100,000 and great second chance prizes like cash and Viking season tickets. And just like the Vikings, celebration dances aren't just okay. They're highly encouraged. So say I'm in and play the new Vikings scratch game from Minnesota Lottery today. Must be 18 or older to play. All right, dudes. Let's make some picks here. So last week, Jeremiah, clean sweep 4-0. Nice job. Nice job, Jay.
Thank you.
Congratulations to you.
Nose ball.
Alex and I both went 3-1. Boone was lamenting before we cracked the microphones. Why did I pick the Commanders to beat the Packers in that game?
I even talked the Packers up too the entire time, and then I was
Yeah, and then
you
he's
know
like,
what?
yeah, you know what? Washington.
Commanders!
Let's go.
No.
This is why I don't want you on a motorcycle. Rash decisions.
This is true.
So on the season, Boone 7-1, Jeremiah 7-1. I'm lurking just behind at 6-2.
Why are you second then? Why are you this is such a terrible. This is a
I
ding.
forgot to shuffle these. Yeah.
I don't know.
I
what's
thought
going
about
on.
it, and then
That
I
is
forgot.
a rookie mistake.
I'll be better. I mean, our graphics department forgot
Hard
to
at
shuffle
work.
these.
Hard at work.
Hard at
Our
work.
graphics department, yeah. So here's the slate for this week. We're picking straight up winners here. We got 4 games as usual on the docket. And we'll start with Rams at Eagles. Rams at Eagles.
Am I first?
Anybody
since I
want to
won?
take it first?
Am I first since I won last week?
Sure.
You are.
This was the hardest one for me this week. This honestly was the hardest one for me to look at and go, okay, the Eagles offense has been steady Eddie. They haven't been able to push the ball down the field at all. Jalen Hurts still doesn't have a passing touchdown, I believe, if that is correct. The Rams defense is mean and getting after it. Jalen Carter's fat and out of shape. I'm going to take the Rams to beat the Eagles this week.
Wow.
I think this is the week where things kind of start to come back. If there's one defensive line that I think can match up against the Eagles offensive line, it's the Rams. So give me the Rams to upset the Eagles this week.
I'll go next.
Booney?
When you can sit on this one.
Go ahead.
You can pick last on this one. Yeah, I got the Rams in this one too, man. I think it's a playoff revenge game. Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams with Matthew Stafford lethal through the first couple games. Mm-hmm. And the Rams, when Matthew Stafford is upright and healthy and playing, and you get Sean McVay, one of the most creative, best coaches in the league, the weapons, and that defense has been underrated for the last couple seasons. That's a really good team. I think the Rams are like 5th or 6th in pressure rate too to start the season. So their defense, not that it matters as much against the Eagles because you're looking to stop their running game, but give me the Rams to pull the upset in Philly here, Booney.
Listen, I really want to go with you guys, but I'm going to go with the Eagles on this one. I think home field advantage is going to play a little bit into this. And 2, I think that Saquon's going to get unleashed eventually. I think he can't be contained forever. Man, I know I'm hear what you guys are saying. It's tough, especially when like the D coordinator comes out and he's like, "Our 3 techniques out of shape." You're like, "Oh boy."
Did you see the clips of him?
Dude,
he wasn't even moving around. Like we all pumped him on this show last week. Like Jalen Carter,
he's gonna kill.
He's gonna kill. I totally did not anticipate that he didn't do anything during camp to get himself in shape. So that's a problem.
Yeah, I'm still gonna go Eagles though. I mean, it's not a one-man wrecking crew in this one. It's gonna be the Eagles for me.
It's be a great game.
The Eagles have run the ball on 60% of offensive snaps to start the season.
I think they're going to continue that. And So
and that's what they're going to try and keep Stafford off the field. Right? They're just going to be like, listen, we're going to control the clock. We're going to eat it up. Use all 40 seconds. Keep that offense off the field. Get them frustrated. Yeah, this is going to be. It's going to be a hell of a game.
It's going to be a great game. That's for damn sure. But yeah, I'm going Eagles on this one.
Okay, Cowboys at the 0-2 desperate Chicago Bears.
I'll go first. I'm going to go, and I can't believe I'm going to say this.
Okay, yeah, pick this one.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm going to say the Cowboys, obviously. I mean, are you
I'll
really?
go first on this one.
Do you really think that the Bears are going to do anything?
I mean, no, I'm going to go the Cowboys here too. I think that the Bears, I mean, if the Giants put up points like they did against the Cowboys, I think the Bears have a chance to put up some points as well. But I trust Russell Wilson more than I trust Caleb Williams. So
100%.
Wow.
I'm going to go Cowboys.
That's actually really damning for Caleb Williams.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah, it is, for sure. And I still feel the same way.
To Russ, but
All due respect to the Super Bowl winning
Love
quarterback.
Russ.
But
Love
yeah,
Russ.
I'm
taking Russ over
Caleb
this,
Williams.
for sure.
So it's a clean sweep here. I also have the Cowboys winning. I'm going to stick to. I'm not going to pivot just because I want to go against the grain. I got the Cowboys.
Yeah, you do.
One of
You
my
do.
favorite stats of the week here is that the Cowboys traded Micah Parsons, and they have started the season fourth most total pressures of any defense in the first 2 weeks. So now we'll see if that sustains without Micah Parsons over a full schedule. But they've been able to get after quarterbacks, and man, if you can. Just like, I mean, Caleb Williams will get off schedule on his own, but if you can force him off his spot, off schedule, I know he can make plays with his legs, but I don't think he can win a game doing that for 3 hours, which has been the case so far. So, Cowboys. All right, Jay, we put this game on the
Here we
schedule
go,
to
Jay.
see if you'd put your pick where your mouth is.
Come on now.
Sunday night football.
Ba-da-da-da-da.
Legacies on the line.
What'd you say? The
on, Jay.
dynasty's on the line.
The
Dynasty's
Chiefs
on the line.
is
Dynasty's on the line.
At
You
the
know what?
Giants. Chiefs at Giants.
I'm
Do it.
doing it. Give me the Giants. Give me the
he's got
Giants to start the Chiefs 0-3. The Giants get back on track. Give me Big Blue in New York, baby.
He did it. He actually did it. He went on the record.
Wow.
Yep, I did it. I'm on.
By the way,
record.
where's that flag? Ding him. I know he
I just
took
pulled it
down.
down.
But I
I just
know,
pulled
but you
it
still
down.
have to ding him. It's not up there. And I asked. Listen, all I know is you have gone crazy. You think they're going to start 0-3, dude? You
Yep.
stop it.
I do.
Stop it. You stop it right now. Stop it.
Sunday Night Football, baby.
Mackie,
So,
who
Alex,
are you taking?
I think it's pretty safe to say that you and I are Chiefs.
Yeah,
in this
we're
one.
Chiefs all the
Yeah.
way, dude. Yeah, I mean, and don't
This
get me
is-
wrong.
Can't wait to
Listen,
pick up one.
I
Can't
will
wait
say
to
this,
pick one
Mackie.
up on you boys.
Listen, we talked about this earlier in the week, and Mackie, you said it. Am I on it to something, or am I on something? Is this the end the dynasty? But a dagger right here with the Giants starting 0-3 could end
over.
this year's dynasty for sure. Like, that's a hell of a hole you've dug yourself into, and I don't care who's on your team, you're going to have to dig yourself out of it.
I'm going to ask Jeremiah. I want to see just how committed he is to this pick. Right now, who has the better offense, the Giants or the Chiefs?
The Giants.
Dude, technically, I think the Giants do too, though.
Tell me
That's
I'm
the
wrong.
problem. No, I'm not. I think you're
this is
right. That's the
hilarious.
problem. I just think the equalizer
It's
could
not
be
that far
Spags.
off.
Spags could definitely be the equalizer.
For sure. I mean, he's going to pressure
And if
Russ.
Russ
He's gonna
goes
get after
nuts.
Russ. But here's the
Yeah.
thing. What he do last week? He went all out blitz against the Eagles like 7 or 8 times. And Jalen Hurts just threw it up to Devontae Smith. Well, now he's just throwing it up to Malik Neighbors. Malik Neighbors one-on-one, I'm giving that to
Hey,
him. So you want to come
listen.
after Russ? He's going to give those
No, we're
blue
coming
balls
after
and
you.
give those receivers come and do it. I'm telling you.
Listen, he did it 1 week. Prove that you can do it 2 weeks in a row, and then I'll
For
be
sure.
really impressed, Russ. Like, that's why
gonna
I'm
do it.
still not
Hey,
taking the
Sunday
Giants.
Night
I agree with you,
Football,
though.
baby.
I think the Giants have a better offense. I think that they have a better chance of pushing the ball down the field with Malik Neighbors and what's the other receiver?
Wandale
Robinson.
Wandale Robinson. Like, dude, they're easily the
They're not
1-2,
because
right?
they're not going to be able to run the ball anyways. They couldn't. I mean, no one's been able to run the ball against the Eagles yet, anyway. So I think that Dable's just going to come out and be like, "Hey, we're just going to huck this thing all over the yard, Russ. Go do it."
I'm
Why
just
not?
here. So I want the Chiefs to win for standings purposes, but I kind of want the Giants to win for the victory lap Jeremiah is going to take on the Monday O-line committee.
I won't even
gonna
be
be
here.
so-
I won't even
but
be
if-
here to do it.
You'll
But I might.
find a way. You'll
I'll
find a
find a
way.
way in. I'll find
You know
a way.
what? Either way, we're still gonna talk about
I'll
you.
get that Starlink fired up there at Elk Camp. I'll be back.
right,
If
and
they lose, I'll see y'all next week.
You won't see. Yeah.
And then the last game here, the Lions at the Ravens on Monday Night Football.
What a
That's
game.
I think this
paper,
is the
that
toughest
feels
game
like
to
a
pick.
great game.
I
Go
know.
ahead, Booney.
Nope, I'm not. Mackie.
I'll go first. Yeah. This is very coin flippy, and
It
I
is.
feel like we're in line. I don't know if either team's defense is going to stop the other. I feel like this is going to be the over under number for the total points is like 52.5. Kind of feels like that's even a little bit low. That's a pretty high number, but that feels low. I'm going to say Ravens just because they are playing at home. So that's really my only. If both offenses are operating at peak level, this is going to be a 38-34 slugfest. But I'll take Ravens.
I'm going to take the Ravens here too, just because of the confusion that we watched against the Lions offense when they were in Green Bay, right? You still have young offensive linemen, Mahogany and Tate Ratledge, with them trying to, at home, they were able, it was a pin drop in there. You could hear Goff barking out orders, getting them everywhere they need to be. Not going to be the case in Baltimore. That place is going to be wild. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be loud. I think the Ravens did it done at home. I'm not saying they steamroll the Lions by any stretch of imagination.
Definitely not.
Here,
And
but
you know what makes me nervous is when I think of that Ravens Josh Allen
Bills game.
And I'm not saying that this is the
Goff
same
is
type
not
of team.
Josh,
He's
but
not,
Goff knows
but
where
he
to go
has
with the ball.
Yes, and he's always on target. And Amon-Ra and Jameson Williams, and you talk about Laporta, and Tesla, and Jahmyr Gibbs, and you're like, wait a minute, is this the same team fighting itself? It's really like who's going to be the toughest at the end. Now listen, I'm not going against. I want to not go against the grain, but I want to. What am I doing here, guys? I'm going either way on this. I know.
Where are you going? Come on. Come on. Clock's a ticking.
You know what? If I dig myself in a hole, I'll dig it out later. Let's go Lions. I know. I could go either way on this, and I'm being honest when I say that. But I think that Dan Campbell, I think he's going to get it done. I can't believe I'm going against Lamar in his own house because that is going to be insane. But at the same time, the Lions could do it. So let's go. I'm excited.
There it is.
Let's be risky.
There's the picks. Let us know in the YouTube comments section what your picks are and if any of us are idiots here. But that's a wrap on today's Thursday episode of the O-Line Committee. For the Rhino Alex Boone, for Jeremiah Sirles, I'm Phil Mackey. We'll see you guys after week 3.